Our society does a terrible job of educating us on personal financial matters. As a result, we come to believe certain things that aren't necessarily true. In my experience, there are 3 things that most of us believe that aren't true about finances. Here are 3 financial myths. The first myth, debt is evil. Listen, debt is amoral. It is not evil. It's an inanimate object. It doesn't have emotion. It can't be good or it can't be bad. Now, the person behind it obtaining the debt, they can do good or they can do bad with it. Here's an example. I used debt to buy my home. That debt did a lot of great things. It provided security for my family. It provided me a place to put down roots. It provides a shelter for me and my family to live in. I also obtained debt to go to school, and that education created for me an amazing experience in my life that I couldn't really ever replace. Those are situations where I used debt to do good. Now, that debt wasn't good, but the choices in obtaining that debt, those were good. Now, the choices to obtain debt sometimes can be bad. Obtaining debt to purchase something to have an instant gratification, that can be bad. Obtaining too much debt that is outside of my plan and ability to repay, that too can be bad. Debt isn't evil. It can be dangerous and we need to be aware of it. But one of the big myths is how we give inanimate objects like debt too much credit. We need to look at ourselves first. Second myth, and you hear it all the time, why does my insurance increase for no reason? We hear that often as we help people with insurance. And sometimes people get so frustrated why their insurance is increasing. It's not increasing for no reason. You want to know the reason? It might be hard to hear, but that reason? Profit. Insurance companies are for-profit institutions. And even though some of these insurance commercials will have you believe that they're here just to help our veterans or to be good neighbors, that's not true. They're all trying to earn a profit. Now, there can be other reasons why your insurance might increase more in some years versus it increasing less in other years. That means you probably need to partner with an independent insurance agent to help make sure that you're going to be in the best possible situation year after year. But the bottom line, the biggest myth, for no reason, that's not true, guys. Insurance is going to increase. And it's going to increase because insurance companies are for-profit institutions. Don't believe what the commercials may make you think. The third biggest myth that's out there about finances is this: I'm not qualified. The number of people that are out there that today are extremely well qualified home buyers that are not buying a home because they believe is not qualified is staggering. There are so many people out there right now that are renting even though they don't want to rent. They think that they can't buy a home because they think that they have to put 20% down, or they need an 800 credit score, or they need a certain level of income. None of that is necessarily true. There are countless programs that will allow you to buy a home for as little as 3.5% down with credit scores as low as 620, and people just don't know that truth. Don't believe that myth of you're not qualified until you actually hear it from a mortgage professional. If you would like to learn more about what it's like to work with us, an independent insurance agent, or us wise home loan advisors, go to moneywellrooted.com. You can click the blue schedule an appointment button, and that will allow you direct access to our calendar so you can schedule a phone, video, or in-person office meeting to get some of these questions answered. Most people fall into YouTube holes that aren't productive. Subscribe or check out some of our other videos by clicking over here, and I promise it'll be a YouTube hole worth your while.